Sound good.
I will try my best not to interrupt you.
You never do, baby.
So the server is based in Germany. So you and I can play just fine. Americans might have some issues, but you know, forget them. Let's see here. Touches and buttons. Yeah, I'm changing the map to abandoned upward.
I was about to write. He's keeping me prisoner here, right? Because somebody was spectating, and someone said, "What are you testing, folks?"
Hmm. Did you catch the name of the person spectating?
Samaru or something like that.
Okay.
Something starting with a C.
Oh, that will be Chris. He's my legal advisor. So.
Oh.
Is
he legally advising you about how you gotta stay calm with you get I fumbled it. I fucked it. Never mind.
Yeah, you're okay. Give me a second. Free to play communication.
Just DCC.
Come join. There we are. So yeah, that's Chris. He's my legal counsel. As in he's like one of my friends who I really respect the opinion of. Why is there no TF2 sound? Why can't I hear TF2? Chat, I think there's no TF2 sound. Oh no, there is. Okay, I can't hear it. The stream can hear it though, so it's fine. So yeah, that's Chris. I like him. He works for Black Wonder. So, and they're the server providers.
Oh. Look at that.
Yeah, the deal is I get a free server for life as long as I shout out Black Wonder every time I use it for content. Which is just very kind of them.
Find out more about Black Wonder. Please visit youtube.com/@squiddyg. I repeat, that is youtube.com/@squiddyg. Hello everybody. Welcome to the stream.
Alright, well hello everyone. We're loading in, it's taking us a moment. For some reason I can't hear TF2 and I don't know why. But it says that chat can, which is fine. Hello E, thank you very much.
Just saw the most important question I think that we're gonna have to debate over today before anything happens right now. And that is Lon. The Mostifier asks, do you think MILF Hunter 48 should be unbanned?
I do not remember who MILF Hunter 48 is, I'm gonna be honest.
Where are you?
I'm over here.
Oh.
Where? I'm boogieing. I might have to reload TF2. I can't hear it actually. Just give me a second, everyone. I might have to reload TF2. You'll be fine.
God. There's so much noise here with the trees and everything. Oh lord. The maps are gonna be interesting, that's for sure.
Yeah, no, a lot of them are a lot easier than this one. I like to go with this one first because it's visually complex, I think is the best way I could put it, but I like it.
Very much so. Question is, do you have random crits enabled?
Unfortunately, I think we do. I put it to a vote. People wanted it.
So we do.
Yeah, there are random crits.
Alright. Well, that's only gonna go right with Uncle Dane. That's all I can tell you.
Yeah. Alright, I'm coming back in.
Yeah. Alright.
We won't spend too long on this map, don't worry. Hoping the music is loud enough, but not too loud. Friends list, I'm gonna go offline. Actually no, I'm gonna stay online.
There are like some crystals here in the
yeah, in the tunnel.
Looks like those little Lego pieces, you know?
Yeah, I love the Lego crystals.
So great. I used to have them as a kid. Yeah, that's awesome. Just a heads up for people on the stream. Hi everyone, once again. It is 6Zob. Just calling in. I unfortunately caught the flu and oh boy, it's just completely it has me beat. That's what I can tell you. Wear a scarf. Don't be like an idiot like me. Wear a scarf. Get some vitamin C, vitamin D in there. Eat some fruits. Drink some tea, with lemon, of course, and honey, if possible.
Yeah, of course.
And yeah,
of course.
just stay safe. Stay safe, because it is nice and getting warmer, but it is still pretty windy. Do be careful.
Yeah, the weather has changed drastically here. It is sunny, but it's not necessarily warm. It's an interesting combination.
How does it feel seeing the sun for the first time in your life?
It's alright. I like it for a bit. I like the sun until it gets warm. That's when I stop liking it. So I can't stand the heat. I like the cold.
There has to be some clouds in the sky, essentially, right?
Oh yeah, it's England.
A fellow British man simply cannot stand all that sun going on. Oh my god! I'm gonna get you.
I'm being harassed by a pyro with an axe.
Pretty good with direct hit. Just want to give you a heads up.
I used to be really good with direct hit. It's one of those muscle memory things I've kind of lost over time, which is unfortunate.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, hi critical.
Is he in the chat? Or is he? Yeah.
He's in the chat. Yeah.
Hello, critical. So, Pig TF2 related stuff. Remind me of how you got involved in this mission again. Were you contacted by Katami?
So yeah, Katami essentially, me and Katami have this sporadical contact. So we just sort of chat from time to time, and I've noticed that he's quite interested in running things community-wise, and is very much invested in literally anything TF2 related. He does, well, essentially, you know the Man magazine, right?
I do, yeah.
For the viewers that may not, oh, I Noni. Noni says audio quiet. I love.
Audio quiet. That is interesting. I will see what I can do to up that. So I'm gonna up me. I'm gonna up you.
All right. Let's see if this is fine. La da dee da dee da dee da la da dee da dee da dee da la da 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 da.
We should be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Essentially, Tommy runs a lot of things, manages a lot of things, and it's hard to state that it's not impressive. Very much is.
Yeah.
And I see a lot of work in what Katami does. So when he explained to me that he's got this thing going on where he wants to bring people together to get F2Ps unmuted, I almost instantly said, "Can I join? Can I help out?" Because F2Ps and the fact that they're essentially muted since 2020.
Yeah.
It's just something that hasn't been brought up very much. It's only been sporadically mentioned within the community, and as I like to put it, essentially, people tend to used to forget about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forget about it all the time.
Issues at hand. Yeah. And well, how did you find out about the idea about the?
Well, I'd never truly spoken to Katami before. Well, I say never. I don't think that's correct. I'd spoken to Katami like once or twice in DMs, just from the fixed TF2 server. That's how I got to know him. Come here, Scout. And
locked in.
There's a medic in a tree. Yes, that's how I got to know Katami. And then I just got a random DM one day saying, "Hi, I'm looking to make another movement in regards to unmuting free-to-plays. You in?" And I said, "Hell yeah!" And I was I think the second one invited to this new server, which was right behind the wheel, who I have.
Prestige.
Yeah, I've never spoken to him, but he seems jolly.
Very much so, yeah.
So yeah, I was in on this one quite early. I think it was mostly my role to make videos. That was my goal in this.
Oh yeah.
I didn't.
Oh,
have...
absolutely. You have quite the reach. Let's be real.
Sometimes I have more reach than I realise, and sometimes my reach changes by the day.
Whatever YouTube feels like doing, right?
Yeah, well, absolutely.
Oh, sorry about that.
That's fine. So yeah, I guess we were both in on it quite early. So, how do you feel size-wise? Are you happy with how many people are on board with this movement, or do you think it should be more?
Well, to be frank, 3,000 people is still a lot of people, right?
It's a lot of people.
If you wanna, because of course, fixed TF2 was big. It was huge. It was essentially it was the thing that was essentially supposed to be, hell, how do I put it? It was essentially just supposed to be an upgrade to what Safety of 2 was, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Which was just a gigantic flop. Unlike fixed TF2, thank God. Well, unmute F2Ps is sort of niche in a sense, only because of the fact that
it doesn't affect everyone.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. It's just let's be real. It's a minority group that we're essentially just trying to save, quote unquote. And to be honest, I initially was a little worried that nobody would really care about this. The beer bowl, count me in.
Hell yeah. There's a map called Extinction, which everyone loves, but I haven't called a vote for because when we get to Extinction, nobody ever votes for anything else.
That good, huh? It's the Dust Bowl of the maps, huh?
Someone asked, what's up with my voice in the latest video? The answer is, that's not my voice. That is one of my friends doing an impression of my voice.
It's I believe people felt this way when this is old news, but that's a lot of people essentially wrote me that when you replaced me on 60th News for a few days, which I'm still very much grateful.
It was good fun
for all that. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I wish I could have done more. I think I covered enough time.
Congratulations on you saved TF2.
Noni says to read DMs.
Uh-oh. Are we about to...
I'm not too sure. But then Sebastian in the chat says, as a free-to-play, thank you for speaking up to us. And that's alright, Sebastian. You should not have to pay for voice communication in this game that, where it used to be free.
Yeah, absolutely not.
Yeah. So, we'll do some more opinions later, but I think, because there's 20 people here, let's cover some actual news. We have some actual updates regarding this movement. So, Signature Collection ended, I think, around... When did it end? Early April or very late March?
It was very late March.
Very late March. So, Signature Collection ended. We have amassed a total of 2,700 signatures, and a few over. But that's a humongous amount of people, and we are so grateful for your involvement in this. The digital copy of the letter has already been sent to Valve, and the physical copy will be posted on the 5th. So please stay tuned for that. Hopefully, hopefully when the letter is delivered, we might have some sort of confirmation of either Valve caring or not, but we will see.
Well, I do hope that so unlike with fixed TF2, because we're not really the letter is not going to be delivered personally, right?
Yeah.
Which was the case with the What Show.
Mm.
However, I'm pretty sure that since that moment, Valve will take things under consideration much more greatly than
Yeah.
beforehand. Because let's be real, this is a real sign of dedication, right? That essentially something's wrong and people just want change. And to anybody that signed in, big props to you, and thank you.
Absolutely.
Second of all, right?
Yeah.
Second of all, first of all, yeah, go on, Lon.
Honestly, I was just saying we're very grateful to any and all who chose to participate with us.
Oh, also get dominated, nerd.
I'll get you.
Yeah, good luck. The heck, it's still pretty big that such a essentially it's a niche movement. Let's keep it real. It's a niche movement, and it's not very often that we see something like this. I think the most recent thing outside of fixed TF2, essentially an open letter being sent to Valve, was I think I don't want to call it a manifesto, but essentially, but I'm gonna call it a manifesto either way, sent by map creators. So,
I'm going to be honest, I completely missed that. Could you tell me what that was and what was happening? Because I had no clue that was a thing.
So, a while, I cannot tell you the exact date. I imagine it was around 2022, if not 2021. So, map makers kind of just decided to send Valve a small letter with a bunch of signatures from people making maps for TF2, actively and non-actively.
Okay.
Can't exactly tell you who, don't want to lie. And the premise essentially was that they don't want to make things related specifically to events, so winter or Halloween, right? They wanted a little bit more variety. Am I saying that right?
Variety, yeah. Yeah,
Variety. I am not gonna win the annual spelling bee, am I? From what I understand, I kind of sort of ended up in a success. No, to the limit that Valve likes to listen to the community, essentially, because they did bring in the summer update, and it did essentially open up a pretty big, a lot of headspace, right, for map creators to do things.
Yeah.
And that's how we got, for example, Patagonia, which I'm quite a big fan of the map, actually. I love that map so much.
That was interesting. Sorry, I was going to interrupt and say, when did you say this letter was sent?
The thing is, I don't exactly remember. Also, congrats, you got me. 2021 or 2022. Let me look that up, actually.
Because I completely missed this movement. I did not know it was a thing, but I am very thankful for it after learning about it, because I love my summer maps.
That was 2023. That was in February 2023.
Okay, yeah, so... Alright then. February 2023, so I wasn't playing TF2 then, I don't think.
That's so? Really?
Well, I made my channel in July, and I basically only just returned from a 3-year TF2 break for 2 weeks before I made my channel. So, yeah, there's a chance I might not have been playing TF2 in that time.
Lon'qudor lore, huh?
Oh yeah, definitely. The real Victor in the chat says, as a free-to-play, I almost never play in casual since I can't shout for medic. Which is the most ridiculous idea Valve has ever had about this game. Removing the ability to call for medic.
So. We both know why that happened to be the case, right?
Yeah, it was an attempt at silencing the bots, but then the bot hosters started to spend money on the game to bypass this.
if perhaps that's a fact that's a little bit less known, but essentially, if I remember correctly, voice communication is also somehow tied to the noisemakers, right?
Ah,
So the Vizuela and
yeah.
Christmas maker and birthday noisemaker, right? So since you remove that ability, if you remove the ability for people for bots to use voice commands, it also removes the ability for them to use the noisemakers, which was quite annoying, to be frank. Unfortunately, as we all know, that didn't really work in the end because bots just got premium accounts and that's it.
I didn't know the two were tied. Thank you for sharing that. I'd somehow missed that this entire time.
Yeah, it's yeah, a lot of details tend to just go on kind of forgotten, right? Because I do have an honest question to both you and the chat, the dear viewers. Do you exactly remember what was it like when bots were around?
Yeah, does everyone here remember what it was like when bots were? Because
Yeah.
you and I remember definitely.
Yeah.
I think the stream is about
a
maybe
lot of
20 seconds behind or so, so we'll wait for things to come in.
Yeah. Just want to add that a lot of small details tend to just slip by, and people tend to forget a lot of things, especially when it just all of a sudden gets better, right? One day there's bots, the other day there's none. Then all of a sudden you put all that in the past and you start to forget it. So the annoyance and the fact that bots were around was just it was awful. But since all of that just disappeared one day, people moved on, and also people just kind of forgot about F2Ps and the fact that there was an attempt to silence the bots, which obviously did not work.
Yeah, looking back at it, it really is surprising to me just how quickly people moved on from bots being gone. But I think it wasn't out of ungratefulness. It was out of just sheer shock that it even happened.
Oh yes, absolutely. How many years did TF2 spend in this state where just bots were running free?
Well, I remember the first ever bots. They were known. The first ones I saw. They were known as cat bots, and they. God, I remember them very, very well. I want to say it's been about 6 years. TF2 was under bot control for 6 years, is what I want to say. Don't hold me to that, but it was a long number like that. It was not just a few years.
So the estimate that I'm getting at least is about 7 to 6 years, right? Because I only started playing around the end of 2016, and I am not able to tell whether there were bots at the time or not.
I don't think there were. I think bots came after Jungle Inferno.
Or rather, in this amount that we've had in the most recent years.
This
volume.
Zesty is currently streaming right now. I'm not too sure how this impacts us, but someone has told us. So, thank you, Real Victor.
Oh wow, Zesty is streaming. All right, listen, I gotta leave real quick.
Yeah.
Something came up, or I just got something to watch. Okay.
Yeah, we could just put like a tiny clip of his stream blowing in the bottom corner of our stream.
Maybe you should. Just a little thing, right? A moment ago, about 10 minutes ago, both of us, we got a message from Noni Noners, the renowned TF2er. Really recommend checking out his channel. Sorry for plugging it, but I have to.
That's all good.
He's a friend of mine. He's cool, okay? And he sent us a picture of a potato, right? Of a sweet potato. Maybe you want to put that up on the stream.
He sent a picture of a sweet potato. I'll tell you, I haven't actually seen it yet. It was in the server, wasn't it?
Well, it was. Yeah.
I just saw it. I'm not putting that on the stream. It's a very phallic looking potato. I'm not putting that on the stream.
Alright. Okay, Zesty Jesus, right? Since his name was mentioned. Zesty did make a video about unmuting F2Ps, right?
I haven't
but
seen
didn't
it.
associate himself.
Could you fill me in?
So I presume it was less than a week ago. Let me take a look. Jarvis, put up the Zesty's YouTube channel. Zesty Jesus. Take a gander. 9 days ago, right? Zesty uploaded a video called TF2. Paying to talk is ridiculous. 100,000 views almost, which is quite impressive.
That's good.
And Zesty goes over, right, why obviously muting F2Ps was not the right not the right call, or rather keeping them muted was not the right call from Valve. He did sign the open letter.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, the video does not mention the open letter, does not mention the movement or anything like that, and he just informs people on, on just save you there.
Yeah.
He just essentially informs people of his opinion. That's it, which I do find quite it's a shame, right? Because if out of these say about 70,000 or so people that watched the video, so around the time that the open letter forum was still open.
Yeah.
If they saw it, right, we technically could get bigger numbers, but it's fine because just in the general consensus, it just the idea just kind of hangs around in the air. So no matter what, it's still value added, what we're trying to push through, right?
Yeah, I do definitely think a promotion on that scale would have helped us, and it would have helped us tons. But I understand his skepticism in promoting something like that, and I feel we will discuss that later on. But
absolutely.
It is a shame he didn't discuss the letter, but I am deeply grateful he did at least bring more attention to the movement, as that's that's always an important thing.
But also just to kind of clear up his reasoning behind not really joining in on this. I'm pretty sure he wasn't very keen on promoting fixed TF2 as well.
Yeah.
Right? So that's only fair, right?
He deeply disagreed with the way it was being run. I disagree with his disagreement. Fixed TF2's the way Fixed TF2 was run definitely had some issues, but I think in terms of things like when the boycott was happening, I think it was right to not start it immediately, if that makes any sense. I don't know if that's something we disagree on, but I think
it's all in the past now.
Yeah. Oh, that guy wants to kill me.
Wait, can somebody? If anybody that's watching is on the server, can somebody just do a lawn, please? Oh yeah, there you go.
There we go.
All right,
yeah,
perfect.
Yeah. He's killing me.
Lon'qudor. Go Lon'qudor.
Yeah, I wouldn't know. I don't interact with anything Zesty Jesus makes. I don't interact with most TF2 content unless other circumstances. But I am very, very grateful for his at least promotion of this cause. I think that's a very important thing.
Still value added, no matter what.
Yeah.
Behind you, it is what it is.
So, what else was I going to mention? Yeah, the physical letter being sent, as Military Snake, I believe, is handling that. He sent a message earlier saying he's still making some touch-ups. I think that's a nice idea. I think that's a very nice idea to include a physical letter. How much weight that'll have, I don't know. We will just have to see. I do.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do believe it will do something. But I was gonna ask you. So this is essentially, if you want to include the map making open letter, this is the third time the community has had a small stand up to Valve in some form. For how long do you reckon we could get away with this to try and fix TF2's issues? Because we obviously free to plays and then maps and then fix TF2. Let's pick another big issue. I don't know, the amount of bugs in the game. Do you reckon? What I'm trying to say is, how many more times do you reckon Valve is willing to listen to us, or do you think we're pushing it?
So yeah, that's obviously a pretty reasonable concern to have, right? Essentially, just seeing how many times can we get away with asking Valve, right? Hey, fix this. Here's the movement / protest / something. Please do it. So, just to put some perspective to this, the fact that Fix TF2 worked. Now, this will sound a little dumb, but I really think it was just a coincidence.
You cut out there. Could you repeat?
Oh, so to give some perspective into all this, and as controversial as this may sound, I think the fact that Fix TF2 worked was just a pure coincidence. As we know, there's one contractor that's quote unquote actively working on TF2, and essentially, it's just a theory, all right. It's nothing.
It's just a game theory.
We don't have just a game theory. True. There's no proof that such thing was happening, but it's possible that Valve was working on a fix to the bots or just an update to their anti-cheat system for a while before Fix TF2, and they just got the timing right when the protest was going on, and released, just kind of pushed the update through, right? Just around the time that all of us were protesting. And I believe that the movement that we had, Fix TF2, was crucial to sending a message. As a wise man once said, it's really all about sending message, right?
Yeah.
And as long as we just get that through, I think somebody at Valve, aka the contractor, will definitely look into it sooner or later, because we do get a bunch of bug fixes every so often, or just like quality of life fixes, like fixing Scout's pants, blue Scout's pants, right?
Yeah.
Which we all know how it went, or even I don't exactly remember when was that, but fixing a crocodile's like finger or something on a map. This is like small little things, but things are essentially happening thanks to the guy that really just cares about TF2 and at Valve.
Well, including things like the ability to disable decals and sprays for client side. I think that was that was huge.
Especially for streaming.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, how I wish I have learned that sooner before I got stream sniped. So it's really all about sending a message, and I think we're doing that well. Oh, I got stuck in the cart. Cart's stuck. Help me! Okay.
I'm here. We count. Nice.
All good. Alright, good job.
I think definitely sending a message is important, and I think we sent the right message we could at the right time.
Right.
You were saying?
It's the question of how long can we just get away with it, I think is just kind of pointless. As a fan of Valve games, I used to be very much involved with CSGO. for time. Valve simply just Valve doesn't have an open like they don't really communicate with the player base.
Yeah.
Unless you're a Dota 2 fan, and then you're just lucky.
Yeah, they're favorites definitely.
And Valve just does whatever they want to their whim. And I'm sorry to say this, there's no 100% guarantee that we're gonna get free-to-plays unmuted.
Yeah.
But we do have a chance, and that sliver of chance is essentially what we're fighting for. It was the same case with Safe TF2. It did not work. It was the same case with Fixed TF2. It worked, coincidentally. And now it's, once again, we're just asking for... we're essentially just trying our best to get a chance at...
Yeah. Wait.
Getting Valve to do things, or rather that one contractor, that poor guy working overtime, just getting shit done.
Yeah, our ability to try is our most valuable asset, most definitely. Because we could not try at all, and then nothing could change. But if we do try, trying and failing is better than not trying and failing, if that makes sense.
That's exactly what I wanted to say.
Good evening, Sir Kex. Thank you for joining the stream. But yeah, I think I do agree with you more than I'd like to admit about the timing of Fixed TF2 being coincidental. I know there was that one interview with Gaben where he said they had good solutions for the bot crisis for TF2. I don't know if you remember that one.
Not exactly, no.
There's an interview he was doing about, I think, just some Valve stuff, maybe it's some convention. Someone asked, do you have solutions for the issues plaguing TF2? And he said, yeah, we do have solutions. And then, well, that was over a year before Fixed TF2 happened, which I think is reasonably how long it would take to make an anti-cheat of this scale. So, who knows? Also, hello, Muscle Man. Thank you for joining us. So, yeah, the payload's freaking out. The payload was freaking out for a second. So I definitely agree on the idea that things could have been a bit quinky dinky, but I had something else to add to this. I'm trying to remember what it was.
What could it be? What could it be?
Did I interrupt you at any point? Was there anything you had to say?
Last thing I really wanted to add is that the outcome of this movement, essentially, I think it's gonna kind of give us an estimate of how effective our pleads
our voices
can be. Right? Because Fixed TF2 was asking for a lot, right? And I'm saying a lot. Software development is not something I'm very much involved with, but as just to put it into perspective, making an anti-cheat is not easy, right?
Yeah. Especially for a game as old as TF2 with spaghetti code and all.
Right. But this change is essentially just writing 0 back to 1, right? And that's going to update globally. And whether this succeeds will probably pave the way for us to ask for smaller and bigger changes. The mention of getting some bugs done, right? Some bugs fixed in TF2 would probably endeavor a lot more. And I'll just put this idea just kind of out in the air, because really I have no idea how could that be run, but I imagine just we'd have to list everything essentially that's wrong with TF2, and that's going to be a big endeavor, right? But that would be the only possible way I think it could work.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think this would give us a good notion as to how communicative Valve is, how willing they are. I do feel we could potentially be pushing our luck with this one, But at the same time, this just exists because of an oversight on Valve's end. They very, very easily could revert these numbers back to what they used to be.
Right.
I think we shouldn't blame Valve for not unmuting free-to-plays when the original bot wave ban happened, because you know it would have been too early to tell.
Right.
But yeah, I mean this anti-cheat, this whatever system they've currently got working, it's tested its mettle, it's been proven right. It's time they're unmuted.
About time, yeah.
Now, I would like to shift topic to the idea that this might not work, because we, you know, I'm seeing the free-to-plays in the chat. This is something worth discussing. There is absolutely no guarantee that this movement will work, and if it doesn't work, there is not a lot else we could do. It's important to, you know, we've touched on it on stream, but it's really important for people to understand this. Please do not get your hopes up and do not count your chickens before they hatch. It is, you know, we're against odds. So.
Indeed. Well, there's, if this does not work, I'll definitely, in general, I was thinking about shifting my focus, content-wise, quote-unquote content-wise, because I need content. I need to make content in the first place. I've been quite silent for a while.
Yeah, I've been meaning to
I think
diverse a bit as well, and it will be a good chance.
Essentially, just want to say that community servers still exist. You can always, as a free-to-play, right? This is going to all the free-to-plays in the chat. Hi the real Victor. Hi Sir Kex, once again. My hope was dead before I started to play TF2. Sir Kex. Dear sir, I will just have to tell you this. Keep an optimistic thought. That's the way to go around things sometimes. In these servers, just give, essentially allow free-to-plays to speak both in text and voice chat, right?
Yeah.
There's no restrictions to whatever you can say. And they offer a essentially the same thing you'll find as in casual, right? Because outside of the leveling system, there's really nothing that differentiates it in any way, outside of the custom maps and so on and so forth. Essentially, it's there's extra value to community servers, and I really recommend to, you know, try community servers out, right? If you're in F2P and wanna get a taste of what it's like to socialize in game, then check out community servers. Seriously.
Yeah, absolutely. Do not sniff at community servers just because they're not official. I think that's, you know, that's a very good message to preach. If you are feeling burnt out that you can't talk, there are people you can talk to. If that's a funny notion.
Right. Always get your friends on to hop on TF2, right?
Yeah.
Just, you know, find some people on Lon'qudor servers, perhaps. Maybe Lon'qudor server. Maybe Squiddy. No, Squiddy G. Yeah, sorry, Squiddy G server. I repeat, that is youtube.com/@SquiddyG.
Yeah.
Definitely, you know, there are people who are still keen on playing TF2, like yours truly and Lon. And this doesn't fix the issue at all, right? But it is an alternative if it just doesn't work out at all.
Yeah, there is I do feel maybe with all of these protests with fixed TF2, I wanted to promote optimism, because, you know, I feel that's the right approach to have to a situation like this. We need to be optimistic, because that greatly increases our chances of succeeding via motivation. But there's always a time to be realistic, and there's always a chance that this will straight not work. So,
Violent Randy asks, so has the F2P petition been sent yet or no?
Yes. So the
yes
and no.
The physical letter only.
Yeah.
Yes and no. Both answers are right.
Yeah. So the digital letter has been emailed. The physical one has not yet. Real Victor says, the only thing I often have trouble finding in servers are playing maps that aren't too full or Dust Bowl. This is where I recommend going into Lon'qudor, because Lon'qudor, yes, it's sweaty, but you get some pretty good maps. So, you know, if you like playing Bad Water 80 times in a row, only to go to Swift Water and then go back to Bad Water, I think you'll enjoy Lon'qudor.
The frontier. Frontier.
Since Lon is the
Getting
repeater,
some
does that
flashback
mean
right
he is the angry one? Yeah, I guess you could say so. I like my Plants vs. Zombies. CEO of Manco here. We should get the freedoms free-to-plays deserve. I hope the problem will be fixed soon. Until then, hold tight, mercenaries. Thank you, Saxton Hale. That's the real Saxton Hale in the chat, guys. It's the real one.
Holy.
It's the real one.
Hi, Saxon Hale.
Yeah,
can you sign my Durati, please?
Could you sign my chest hair? I'm such
I get a whiff of that. I mean, what?
Yeah, I'm such a big fan of your work in the Durati community.
The Durati community.
Everything's a community these days.
Right.
Oh, there's a heavy there.
The TF2 community.
Yeah.
What else?
I'm apparently part of the white community. I didn't.
Uh-oh.
I didn't sign up for that one.
What does that community entail?
White people. I think you're there too, pal. You got drafted.
Lon, Jesus, that was my first thought, but I was thinking, no, he couldn't be mentioning that. Lon.
I've heard
someone. My head.
I've heard someone refer to people as being. Someone once referred to someone as being part of the white community, and I thought that is the funniest thing I've ever heard. Hello, Mark. Thank you for joining us.
Hey, Mark.
Yeah. Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, hi, Mark. Why is that so funny to me? Oh, my head.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Oh, Lord.
Alright, I'm gonna go with this soldier. What's he doing? Average Pyroland citizen. You're coming with me, pal. And he's dead. That's great.
I don't know why I'm getting so, like, hung up over this, but...
Oh, you gotta breathe. Breathing exercises. Set the music.
Oh my.
So, wonder what else I wanted to bring up. In chat, do tell us if you signed the open letter. So, and in case anyone
you could open up a poll.
Oh yeah, that's not bad idea. In case anyone is confused, an open... Oh wait, no, I've currently got a message pinned. I don't think I can open a poll. In case anyone is confused, an open letter just means it's a letter being sent, but the contents of the letter is public information. So, it's basically, it's not a private letter. That's just what it means. I was very happy to sign my name. I think 3rd on it. I was not tooting my own horn. I was quite happy to have just to be a part of this. I was very happy to be invited. So thank you, Katami, very much for considering me to be one of the 4 members of this movement.
Yeah, we really gotta just stress how important Katami's role in all of this was.
Absolutely.
And still is, right?
Oh yeah.
Because Katami has done so much for the TF2 community. As of the recent, that and TF2 Nexus, which is a side project of Katami. It's essentially supposed to be a smaller modding community, right?
Yeah.
Where Katami essentially just makes showcases of maps, cosmetics, and skins, and that you, and
well done.
And it's really quite something. So if you happen to be a creator of cosmetics and so on, really recommend joining in. It's a humble, small, and very friendly community.
Yeah, absolutely. One thing I would add is that if you want to see a change in the TF2 community, for example, be that change. If you want to see,
that is
If you want to see more medic hats, make medic hats, for example. You know?
Right.
If you want a job done right, do it yourself. Which I think is a great motivator for you know, good causes like these.
Absolutely.
Hmm.
Oh, that was Heck, I had this. I was thinking, yeah, I should say that, but because, all right, this will sound dumb because I really don't want to sound like I'm boasting about this, but the very fact that I got into reporting on fixed TF2 for as long as I did was only because I just knew that if I tried hard enough, I could do something. I could make a change, and I sure did. Right?
Yeah, you really, really did. I am very proud of you for that.
Thank you, thank you. And I just shed a tear just telling you that. So go on and try, because if you don't risk it, you don't get to drink champagne. Right?
Absolutely. No risk, no bisque. No biscuit.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Oh, that's the English proverb, right?
What did you say? You don't risk it, you don't get champagne. Did you say?
Yeah, if you don't risk it, you don't get to drink champagne. That's the Polish proverb for that.
Mm.
Polish people be like potato or something. I don't know.
That's the Irish.
Or the Irish or something. Onion. I don't know.
Did you forget what race you were?
I keep forgetting. I don't know, man. I'm just a guy.
Just an absolute goober.
That's me. Yes, sir.
But yeah, I really do think daily fixed TF2 news, even when there was no news. I don't know if you know what Hollow Knight Silksong is.
I watched the reveal yesterday. I was amazed.
Yeah, well,
finally.
The daily Silksong news channel. It keeps people interested.
It essentially just keeps people. Well, I don't want to say entertained, right? But it just keeps the hope up.
Yeah, absolutely. Map should change now to another one I voted for.
If there's anyone that happens to not know what we're talking about, Hollow Knight is a game that was released a while back. Okay, no. Okay. There's a game called Hollow Knight, and the developers of the game, Team Cherry, announced a DLC, or essentially like a successor to the game, called Hollow Knight Silksong. And for a very, very long time, over 2,200 days now, they've been essentially teasing the community with, oh, it's gonna come out this year, and it just doesn't come out. There's no news, nothing. In the meantime, some guy decided to create a channel called Daily Silksong News, and it has been updating the Hollow Knight community about it. And just yesterday on Nintendo Direct, there was a just a small cut about the fact that Silksong will be releasing this year, actually. And the community went atomic.
Well, the best part was the actual stream itself was not functioning. I remember watching it.
Oh yes.
Yeah. So
I watched it. I saw.
For some people it was fine, but for most it genuinely wasn't. So when Silksong appeared on stream, I didn't see it because it was frozen, which I thought was really funny, actually.
I don't exactly remember, but I think I was watching the US stream, then I changed to the UK one, and I could see everything well there.
Okay, yeah, I think it might have been the UK one. A lot of people saw that it wasn't working, but I think some of them were functioning, some of them weren't. This is a map called Clifftop. I haven't actually played this one yet.
Let's get to discovering it then.
It looks nice.
Bread said, "Hello, I'm in school. Get back to learning."
Yeah, what's zobbing? I'm zobbing it.
What's zobbing? I don't know. Ask Zob, because I'm not Zob. I'm Zob's evil brother.
Yeah, your box.
I don't know. That's why. No. Damn it. That's why. That's why my voice is different. I can't believe people somehow deducted that, deducted Vox, because Vox used to be my previous nickname, sort of.
That is funny.
Before Zob, yeah, and then I just figured, oh, I'm gonna make a new channel. I made a new channel, and I just thought, what should I name it? I just took Vox, fucking put it backwards, Zob. I'm zobbing it.
I guess we this is where we have the official reveal. Is it Zob or is it like Shop or something?
Oh no, it's Zob.
Okay,
Zob.
yeah.
Technically, it should be Sob, right? Because of the X. But the English language does not know how does it work, right? The language itself, right? The spelling is just completely unclear.
Because
the
Chinese, I think,
it's just
like an X is pronounced like S over there or something. So you have the name like Xiao or Shob.
Ah, right. So I'm not Chinese.
Yeah.
Would be pretty cool though. Very cool. I think that the what actually the last video the what made about delivering the signatures and everything. He called me Shab in his video.
It is funny.
It is incredibly funny. I just fucking I just laughed there. I just couldn't stop laughing when I heard it for the first time.
Because
that was something.
I changed my pronunciation of my own name. I originally called it Lon'qudor. That's just because I'm weird like that. But I guess it is Lon'qudor. Everyone says Lon'qudor, and I think that's probably how it's meant to be pronounced. But I never pronounced it like that because I'm a special boy.
So, yeah, I mean, English just be like that. Read and read. Haha, hee. That's the best example of that.
But yeah, okay. Oh, and I died to a scout. So there was one other thing. I wanted to talk about the SDK update. So for those who don't know, the SDK update is not the end of TF2. The SDK update was something that, at the time of its release, was promised to us 3 years and 4 months ago. It is not a sign that Valve is giving up on the game. It's just a sign that they're keeping their promises, which I think should be celebrated. Now, I bring this up because, we shouldn't worry about the SDK update's existence invalidating the chance that Valve might make changes to TF2 like unmuted free-to-plays. Because, it's a non-factor. Just because the SDK update exists doesn't mean that Valve will never update TF2 again, as we've seen. FRS says I thought it was Lon'qudor. I've heard Lon'qudor before. I've heard all of the pronunciations. Yeah, I had some German guy called me Lossador, which is similar to the German for Wassermelon, or however you say it. Yeah, so just watermelon Quidor.
SDK is absolutely not the end of TF2, especially with TF2 is not gonna end anytime.
Yeah.
In the nearest time, definitely, right? Because let's be real. Deactivating or turning off TF2 or whatever the hell like that, or just Valve dropping support, whatever, it would impact the microeconomy that Valve has built around Valve, CS2, that Valve has built around TF2, CS2, Dota, right? So if that were to happen, there would be quite a big, just like outbreak shit show even.
CS fans would not take lightly to that. They would not take it the same way TF2 fans would.
Plus, we've got this whole community project called Offshore coming up, right? So the things are just kind of, brewing. It was kind of a surprise reveal, right? When we got that news, those news, whoopsies. But something's brewing. Storm's brewing.
Yeah, definitely. Because, thank you for bringing that up, because that was another point. I had a bullet point list of things I wanted to bring up before. Oh, it just reflected and destroyed a scout. I had a bullet point list of things I wanted to bring up, and I'm slowly being reminded of them. So, offshore. So the offshore is a community
Offshore.
update. You know, it's not an official update. Some people should know. So it's like the Tropic Crisis update for last year's summer. People in the TF2 community are just making lots of maps, hats, and skins and whatnot themed around the idea of oil rigs, sailors, boats, all that kind of stuff, which is a really cool aesthetic. I really like that. So
Mercs on a humble oil rig.
yeah, oh, I'd love an oil rig map. Yeah, absolutely. It was announced when there was very little content in development, which I thought was weird, but they did give a reason for it. I don't remember the reason. I think it was because they were looking for more talent to start creating. Why are you pea shooters from PvZ2 with hats? Because what else would we be? You know?
Oh, right. I don't get to see the stream because it's bugged on my browser, but
Okay.
that's cool. I am a pea shooter.
So every map is going to be Selvian. I hope not every map is Selvian, but I would like some more play destruction maps. I love the mode.
Oh, true.
Yep.
True. I need to make a video about that.
Yeah, I think I really like that. Well, just Halloween is always my favorite time to play TF2, just because 1, there's loads of people playing, 2, because I like Halloween, and 3, because the maps are unique. I'm glad they don't stay all year round, because some of them are very unique. But I really like player destruction as a mode, and there are always Halloween player destruction maps, like Farmageddon. There's one called Monster Bash. I think there was one, another one added last year. Do you remember what it was called, or did I make that up?
I can't exactly remember, so I cannot tell you. I think you might be referring to the summer update one.
I think I might be. Yeah.
Yeah, because there was a version of Monster Bash that was essentially non-Halloween added to. If you remember recent.
Yeah, I think
you
that's.
might be mentioning that one.
I think that's.
Oh no! You're talking about Circuit, I think.
Circus, that would be the one. Yeah. But yeah, so that's basically it. It's just maps all made around the same theme, and the theme is offshore oil rigs and whatnot. Now this community update is looking to be shipped alongside the summer update coming this year. So expect to see a lot of your favorite cosmetics being added in that one. And this is important because this would be, I believe, adequate enough time for Valve. The next summer update, I believe, will be enough time for Valve to make their decision on whether they want to unmute free-to-plays or not. So,
right.
I believe if we are to have free-to-plays be unmuted, it would be in a potential summer update. So, I think that's our highest likely chance. And I bring this up because, like, let's say we delivered the letter on the 5th. It's not going to happen on the 5th if they want to unmute free-to-plays. We're going to have to wait a bit if they do. And there's, you know, as we've said, there's no guarantee that they will. But I would like people to be patient, because we are dealing with a very slow-minded company here, and we are, you know, this is a hope-based protest, as they always are.
Right.
So,
there really, absolutely, there's, to put it once again, quite frankly, gotta keep it real with you.
Yeah.
Valve, if Valve's gonna do anything about it, they're not gonna acknowledge it in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
But they're just gonna do something.
It's not their style to
fix the appeal.
Yeah. It's not their style to go, ha, see, we did it. We did what you asked for. They would just shadow drop it.
It's not their style to care, essentially.
It is.
That's too unfortunate.
It's a tough love, but without the love. It's just tough. Chris will be AFK. Call him if I need him. Okay, I love you, Chris. Ooh, that's loose cannon.
Oh, yeah, that is loose cannon. I'm loose in the caboose. You already know.
So,
the caboose.
I haven't. The loose cannon was one of those weapons. I think I am quite good with the direct hit these days, but the loose cannon is one of those weapons my muscle memory is completely gone for. I'd have to relearn how to use it.
There's always a good time to pick it up. I mean, whenever is a good time to pick it up.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, I'll swap off Spy now. I don't mind going to loose cannon.
There we go. I got him on. Let's see. So yeah, Violent Brandy essentially shares your ideals on the fact that, you know, Valve's probably going to release release essentially unmute F2Ps if it were to happen around the summer update. Yep.
Yeah, I just wanted to bring up, I saw the payload flip upside down. I think this map isn't fully complete yet. There are some lighting issues on this map. But I like its layout. It's very, very windy, and I like the occasional windy map.
I like the vertical spots. It's quite interesting. It feels open, right?
Yeah.
Maybe not the road to the first cap. I mean, second cap. But oh, sorry, no, that's second and third. Yeah, there you go. But the rest is quite fun, to be honest. Where's Scout?
Yeah, the cart keeps flipping upside down. That's another issue I've seen. I think that's quite funny.
Maybe that's because of the server. I don't know who runs it, but it seems kind of cheap.
Well, am I one to complain? It's free.
All right.
Humongous thank you to Black Wonder for providing us with the server, as always. I see it quite adequate. I know a lot of people have been experiencing internet issues, but I think those people are American, for the most part. Anyway.
Wop wop.
Yeah, exactly. Just you know, you should have chosen a better spawn point.
Right. Oh heck, I was about to say something funny, but I forgot.
Sorry, I've interrupted you. Well, there's just a lot to cover on this topic, really.
Right.
I wasn't able to make a video on it as the job interview I had today, but there's a lot that needs covering.
You hear, everybody? Lon's getting the job. It is officially over.
Trying. It's officially over is such a great way of putting it.
Oh, best of luck. Best of luck.
Yeah. Alright, now, there was another thing I probably wanted to bring up. Thinking, stretching them thinking muscles. Yeah, I did it. Thinking muscles unable to stretch.
I want to say something about servers again. Oh, God, I wish I wasn't sick so I could, like, think properly.
Just gonna screenshot that demo. It's a funny ragdoll I'll just send to you.
Right. How are we doing, chat? I don't know.
Yeah.
Chat, is this real? Or something like that.
How's it going? Yeah.
Whatever the kids say.
What's up, chat? Today we're gonna be playing Five Nights at Freddy's.
No.
How are we sending the letter, Mike? I'd ask Military Snake because he's the one doing it. I know the email one has already been sent, but Snakey said he's still working on it, so I'd ask him. After this, we will. If you want to go into some casual games, I wouldn't mind that. And then, so we've been streaming for about an hour and 9 minutes now. Maybe we'll go for, say, another half hour? Maybe 40 minutes?
Alright.
Is there absolutely anything else you want to talk about relating to... let's bring up fixed TF2 as well. You know, I know it's in the past, but if you have any other grievances, but, you know, as long as they're relevant to this movement, is there any brutal honesty you'd like to share with us? Is what I'm asking about this movement. And I want brutal honesty.
Well, like brutal honesty.
I want brutal honesty. Let's get it out there. Let's have a sigh of relief.
I tend to keep a lot of things to myself because I know that essentially I just don't want to divide people. And when somebody says something that is is usually a subjective opinion, right? It's very often that people essentially just kind of sort themselves into one camp or the other, right? People that are with or against the idea, right?
Yeah.
And I hate to polarize people. That's why I usually tend to myself, but alright, sure. Brutal honesty then. Well, I really thought that fixed TF2 wasn't gonna work.
Yeah.
I didn't think it would work at all, and I don't think anybody did initially. But when let's be real, when the numbers started to speak for themselves,
Absolutely.
it started to become apparent that you know, you can get something done. And heck, what else? Oh yeah, right. The elephant in the room, Valve. This is once again just my very subjective opinion. Valve obviously
wait,
doesn't.
hang on, Wheezy just popped into the chat.
Oh,
How you doing,
hi,
Wheezy? We were just we've gone over lots of the points to make about the protest. Well, you know, this movement, and how the digital letter has been sent. The physical one is planning to be sent on the 5th, and we were just going over our final brutal honesty thoughts about this you know, movement, because it's worth talking about. I, for one, for example, I was not optimistic that fixed TF2 was going to work until, as you said, the numbers started to speak. And then, at that point, when it did work, I kind of felt like... Well, I don't know. I kind of felt like an optimistic door opened for me. And if we're talking brutal honesty, I legitimately do think this has a chance of working. I know it's not exactly brutal, but
alright.
I am more optimistic about this movement working than I am fixed TF2, purely because with fixed TF2, nothing like that had ever been done before.
Essentially, yeah. Valve clearly does not care for any of this, right?
Yeah, they're a
Valve,
difficult company.
they have their own conception of, you know, what's going on. They have deadlock on their hands, and to be clear, when deadlock comes around finally, I'm pretty sure, as dumb as that may sound, it could be a pretty good, well, getting people informed on how Valve has been treating their other IPs when deadlock releases could be a pretty good leveraging point for CS2, for TF2 community, just to well, to put it in quite brutal terms, to get their way, right?
Yeah.
CS2 with their operations and generally more updates, and TF2 with more and more stuff in general, literally everything. Wheezy wrote, there's at least a moderately comparable case study here. Let's say the chips are stacked against it, but it's always worth a shot. And that's exactly what we mentioned prior to you joining, pretty much on the start of the stream.
It is rather we try and fail than not try and fail.
Yep.
I wanted to bring up, Zob, I know deadlock isn't necessarily relevant to what we're talking about, but with the current way Valve has been treating their IPs, how long let's say deadlock releases in full, how long do you think before they stop giving a damn? Do you reckon they will stop caring at some point, and do you reckon it will be soon?
It depends on its success, obviously. I am not very affiliated or invested in what's going on with Deadlock.
Neither.
From what I know, they recently changed their in the alpha. They essentially just changed the map layout from 4 lanes to 3 lanes, which seems to be the status quo in that type of game. We're talking Dota, LoL, and all that stuff. And apparently kind of like castrated the game from its meaning.
Okay.
From its meaning or so.
I've never really played any MOBAs, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Valve really just gives a dang about Dota 2, mostly because of the international, which brings in a lot of money.
Yeah.
And a lot of players. And CS:GO, back in its prime, was very well treated as well. Because CS:GO, I'm not talking about CS2. CS2 is a mess.
Yeah,
but
CS2
used to be.
CS2 is a bastard child. I think that's how I call it.
CS:GO used to be something. I tell you, majors all over the IEM in Katowice. Why did I say that with an English accent? Katowice. Thank you very much.
You're losing yourself. It's my influence.
I'm losing myself. Oh god. Yes. I keep forgetting Polish. Oh god.
Just answer the next question in Polish.
A więc. Like next question, or should I? Wait, I'm having a little brain fart right now.
I don't know.
Oh lord. Either way. Well, depending on Deadlock's success, right? Valve is either gonna take care of it for a longer time or for a shorter time, just as we've seen with Artifact, which completely flopped because it was a goddamn hard-playing game. That's why.
Oh yeah, I love the reveal for Artifact so much.
Yep. Exactly.
So yeah, I think if we are to be successful, I think the chances of free-to-plays being unmuted would happen in the summer update. I know bots, the first wave of bots bans happened before the summer update of 2024, but I don't really see them doing that again. Someone keeps putting a spray down and they keep moving it. It just says "Don't touch women" on it. I don't know. I don't know who is moving their spray. I'm not putting mine down.
Respectful.
I'm not putting mine down because it's a picture of Zelda's ass. So let's avoid that.
Oh god, wait. What's my spray? Let's see. Is it? Okay, I have good news and bad news, and I don't want to share neither.
Okay. I'll send you my spray next one. Oh, that's a heavy. Oh, it's you.
That's me. Yeah.
So yeah, overall.
Right. So
I'm trying to think of.
We'll see, right?
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes.
We'll see, and let's but okay. Hey, even if it doesn't work out, thank you very much, everyone, for giving a damn. That's the right mentality to have. Even if it doesn't work out, everyone here, everyone who signed the letter, we gave a damn, and we gave a damn about the right thing. Because this issue might not affect someone like you or I, but definitely it affects some people, and they don't deserve it.
Just remember not to get into this echo chamber kind of mindset where you think and kind of take in things only from the side you're rooting for. But also remember to try and essentially listen to to each side of the argument, no matter how idiotic it may seem at a first look.
I think play devil's advocate with your own thoughts, but try not to, advocate, not lawyer, if that makes any sense.
Right.
Also, hello, Horus TV. I just noticed you are watching. I didn't know you could actually view who was watching until now.
Horus TV.
Mike says most popular free-to-play videos by Zesty Jesus. People act like he said it first. It doesn't matter if he said it first or not. It's a valid argument.
Very much so.
Yeah, I don't think this is something where we should be like, this was our idea, not his. I think as long as the message is getting out, I think it's fine.
Are you the guy that made the TF2 Virgin video?
Oh no, Zob, I would never do such a thing. How could you? I would never talk about
Right.
virginity on my channel, which I have been using as a job portfolio. I would never do that. And I just hit the mic.
They, guys, it's official. Lon put his channel on his CV.
Oh, and then there goes Horus TV. I called him out. And he...
That is, yeah. Goodbye.
I miss him. Mm. All right. Are you willing to go to some casual for a bit?
We may, sure. What are you feeling like?
Not too sure. We'll find out as we queue. Wheezy says, and they say TF2bers are out of ideas. Exactly my point. Okay, no one had done that before. That's that's my crown.
Right.
Oh,
It's let me say something that I've been putting away for a while. That is that I have a lot of crazy ideas, but I sometimes feel too much shame in putting them out there. So I just want to say, congrats, Lon, on being the kind of person that capitalizes on that.
I think
being the
some
person
level
to actually release.
I think some level of shame is healthy. I think, you know, okay, that video was an idea. That's all it was. It was just an idea.
TF2 virgin. Fuck. Merc Virgins the idea versus Merc Virgins the video is essentially what you're saying, right?
Yeah. Sketch Gaming says, Lon, you should join Chuckle Nuts and be funny. Well, that implies, well, I don't want to do all of the heavy lifting if I were to join Chuckle Nuts. I would be, yeah. I have nothing against them, but I don't. Their humor is not for me. But yeah, I think
YouTubers and ideas, dear God.
I was gonna say I have had, you know, crazy idea for videos, but I think that's the upper limit I'm willing to go. I did make a video. I proposed a question in a serious way, like what's the chance that Medic participated in World War II? Shall we put it politely?
Right.
What's the chance of it? Yeah, so I did that video and I proposed the question in a serious way and I answered it in a serious way. It wasn't for laughs. I just wanted to see, you know, is there enough evidence to support he did? And my ultimate conclusion was that, you know, the TF2 mercs are stereotypes. Medic is a stereotypical German evil scientist. I don't think he actually would have, because, you know, one, I don't think Valve would do that, and two, that would subvert the stereotype to actually make him that level of evil.
Right.
And then from that video, someone else made the video of which TF2 merc would the mustache man main.
I was about to mention that. Yeah, I watched that. Oh boy.
For the record, I'm censoring because YouTube, and I wish I didn't have to. Censorship annoys me, but it's
the Austrian painter essentially.
Yeah. The world's,
one can say.
Yeah, the world's biggest Austrian painter. Yeah. So that video was directly inspired by mine, and yeah, Tony Allen. I think that's the guy's name. I wouldn't.
Yeah.
That wasn't an idea that crossed my mind. I didn't think that was gonna happen. Good on him, I guess. I haven't watched it. All I know is that it performed very well.
Oh, it's the type of video that gets views, right? Because you propose something so insane. It only pushes the idea that TF2 content creators are just out of ideas.
Well, yeah. Well, that's the thing. I subverted TF2 content creator stereotypes by I had ideas, but they were just bad ones. At least they were unique.
Right on.
This is a funny world.
It is.
Yeah.
You don't even want to know how funny it gets sometimes.
It's a small world as well. I wanted to say this, Weezy, as you hear. You've been so unbelievably nice to me, and I'm very, very grateful for it. For, you know, all of the communication and everything. Well, back when, you know, Fix TF2 was happening, and even when I got a bit angry at nothing, you were so unbelievably kind to me, and I'm very, very grateful. And I've learned that not only is TF2 YouTube a small world, it's also a nice one. I I don't. There's no one I actively hate in the community at all. Oh, we live on. We live full damage on 7 health here. That's what we do.
Come on, Wheezy TF2W.
Wheezy face reveal recently. I did not know. I'm happy for him. I've done a face reveal, although I am, you know, a repeater. So this isn't like an avatar or anything. I just actually am a plant. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. It makes love making difficult, but you know we get by.
Well, listen, I just want to say. Actually, no, I can't say that. I can't say that. All right, I'm gonna go back to my shed.
Anytime,
I'm gonna go back into my unsee ideas.
Yeah, anytime, Lon, feel free to reach out whenever. God bless. But yeah. Have you had any interactions with any What do you? Okay, who do you message? Is it me and the rest of our YouTube group you communicate with frequently, or is there anyone? What I'm asking is there anyone outside of our Jackbox group who's in YouTube that you talk to often?
So Lon is currently referring to the little group we have. That would be Lon, yours truly, Tony Noners, Squiddy G, Sukus,
yeah.
You know, the guy.
Yeah, the man.
and the man and Abel.
Yeah.
And yes, that is that. You guys are essentially the only guys are the only TF2bers that kind of can touch on quote on the daily, which I must admit I'm very thankful for. Thanks for just kind of like letting me into the small world of TF2bing and such.
Oh,
but yeah, I don't really communicate with nobody else because but I put it currently I'm just a one-trick pony, and I guess eventually I just need to show that maybe I can do something else, but that's still in the works, unfortunately. Still in the works.
I think you're. I disagree that you're a one-trick. I disagree that you're nothing more than fixed TF2 daily. Because you made.
I'm the fixed TF2 man. I'm 30 years old and my back hurts.
Yeah. I'm 21 and my spine's already giving up. So. But yeah, no, because you made the video talking about the SDK update and how modding could be approached by the community. I mean, that was good, I disagree strongly. You are a one-trick pony. I think you are selling your talents short there, pal.
You know how it goes with content creation. It's tough. It's kind of tough. I'm gonna say, and that's why it's especially impressive to see you guys pushing yourself to new heights and doing so many amazing stuff. So yeah, cheers to that. We have a cute little echo chamber going on right now, and I love it.
Yeah, no, I think it's nice to have people to talk to in this weird field. Cause, I'll talk to the wife about YouTube. She just has no clue what's going on. She's happy to listen, but she doesn't understand, and bless her for it. But it's nice to talk to people who have other prior experience than my own.
Right. Wheezy said,
yes.
We need to do a movement every 3 months to keep Zob's one trick going in perpetuity.
Where is the
Honestly,
unmute? Where is the unmute free to play daily news? Where is it? You are the Silk Song. You're the daily Silk Song news of the TF2 community.
It would feel scummy to do it again. I feel like. Just to if there's nothing of this, if there's anything of this magnitude as fixed TF2, maybe in the future, but I really doubt there's gonna be a necessity to do it, first of all, and second of all, I think most of the TF2's player base needs were met outside of unmuting F2Ps.
Yeah, I think this is...
Day 7,252 of something.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. Valve has done nothing. I am tired. Please, somebody give me something. Please, somebody, I don't know, donate $5 to my channel.
You're not even just playing
something.
TF2 in the background anymore. You've become a Dota YouTuber just to get love from Valve. Yeah.
Right. I'm just like plugged into the fucking computer, just making these en masse. I'm not doing anything else. That'd be funny.
Yeah, well, no, you will get back on the content hamster wheel and you will run until you can't anymore. So
we'll see how it goes.
That's just the life.
Indeed, it is. Indeed.
We see. Who do you main in Smash? I've been meaning to ask.
Me?
Wheezy. But do you have a Switch?
I do play Smash occasionally when I get the chance to.
You do play Smash? Oh, how interesting. Who do you play?
I actually play. I play Game & Watch.
You play Game & Watch?
I love him. I just can't stop. It's such a great character.
Oh, that's very interesting because I myself am immune to getting hit by nines. You know, the side B judge. It's just it doesn't work on me. I'm immune. It doesn't happen.
Oh, the side B isn't really the only ace in the sleeve.
Well, as good as that B, down there, yeah.
Yeah, there's honestly in general, Game & Watch has a pretty fantastic moveset. It's very versatile, and it just kind of sucks that he's a light class, but outside of that, he really just gets the job done as long as you can play him well.
Yeah, I think that's fair. You're a Mewtwo main, Weezy. Oh, buddy, you have it rough.
What?
But I threw my Switch out the window after the tail hit. Yeah. Oh.
With all due respect.
Never thought I'd miss Smash 4.
How do you sleep at
night? Yeah, I do play a bit of Mewtwo. I am a Byleth main. You're all gonna hate me for this. Fire Emblem Three Houses is my favorite game of all time. I don't care for JRPGs very much. I don't watch anime or play any of them like that. But Three Houses came along, and I played it, and damn, that's my favorite game ever. And I was over the moon when Byleth was added to Smash. I think I was the only one who was actually. Everyone else seemed to.
I was like, bro, another sword fighter, bro. Come on.
No, he's more than a sword fighter. He has an axe, and the other ones.
Wowza.
Yeah, wowza. I mean, his sword is made from the spine of a child. Okay, that's cool. That's some Three Houses lore for you. You know?
Sounds like some Berserk stuff. Jesus.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's.
I'm about to slap everybody to death.
Berserk from Software reference. I'm running out of health. I'm not doing very well this game actually. If they add Legoshi from Beastars, I'm gonna buy a Switch too and just I don't know. What? Of all the choices you could have picked, like Crash Bandicoot, Phoenix Wright. No, we need anime representation. Yeah.
Screw it. Let's do Legoshi. I don't know. It would be funny.
There is no other character I'd actually want in Smash. I got my dream character of Byleth, and it sounds so dumb. The only one I'd ever... I'm trying to think, what other character would I ever care? There's a couple Pokemon I'd quite like to be in, but that's a boring answer. Monica from Doki Doki's not going to get in, so I don't. There's no other character I really want. I'm just willing to...
That's actually very funny.
Yeah, like I had absolutely no clue who Terry was, but I can play a mean Terry. He's fun. That's what matters more to me. But damn, Byleth was cool. And how many deaths am I on? I've got 1 kill and 13 deaths. Right, it's time to go engineer.
5-10, sir. Doing slightly better.
What's your ratio currently?
5-10.
Bear in mind, everyone, we have just come from playing on my community server, which is just free-to-plays. So we've gone from doing really well to the real world, and it's not gone very well.
Yeah, it is actually. I wanted to say that if free-to-plays get to, because this is a very important point to me. I feel like that is that, you know, a lot of free-to-plays are missing out on the social interactions that you can get in TF2, meeting friends and such.
Yeah.
One of the friends I've met, still during the protests, Simon, that I've Gothmoth, essentially, that I got to play with on the final day of the fixed TF2 news. He's been a dear friend to me, and I genuinely just, if it wasn't for TF2 and the fact that I could just, you know, say, thanks for killing me, Med, I would have never gotten that friendship in the first place. And I really just, you know, how do I put it? FOMO hits hard in this case, because there's a lot of people, you know, you could just meet by chance, and free-to-plays are missing out on that.
What's that Spyglass? Yeah, that's definitely that's something I'd never really even thought about until like mid-fix TF2 protests. Like, because of the bots, the amount of potential best friends that just haven't been made. You know, that was something very important to me when I was a boy. Just logging into TF2 and chatting with people.
Right. Because you're not a boy anymore. Grown ass man.
Grown ass is up for debate. I have, you know, I mean, I'm still playing TF2. There's that.
Do you get facial hair?
No, it's patchy. I'm
grown ass man. Grown ass man. That's it.
I mean, you sound like you could grow a beard in 4 minutes.
I unfortunately do, but I still lack a lot of testosterone. Surprisingly so.
You look like you'd wake up and go, I fancy a beard, and then it's just there.
Oh yeah, that's actually me. Yeah.
How tall am I? Someone says I'm exactly 6 foot. It's the correct height, and by that I mean I'm not under 5 foot. So
shorty.
I have a couple friends. They're awful people, but I keep them around because they're funny. And they really like Balatro. And one of them is like genuinely 5'2", so we refer to him as the 5'2" Balatro male all the time. It's really funny. And then I found out Noni is not only a Balatro fan, but is also actually 5'2". So he is my little Balatro man. Nice hat you got there.
Would you believe? I'm sorry, but I have to say this. Would you believe that I'm 6'5"?
You are 6'5", really?
Yes. Yep. That's me.
Damn. How do you drive a car? Do you have a sunroof? I actually
drive a tiny. I drive a tiny ass car, and I barely fit in, but it's great. I don't know. It feels super swagger to get out of my Fiat Seicento and just like, you know, what's up, girls? You like my car?
Do you pick up many girls in the Zobmobile? Is that what happens?
Not very often. Not very often, unfortunately. Guys do get into it for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's about time that I, you know, open up some possibilities.
Open up some doors, yeah. Hey, ladies, why don't you come back to mine and I'll grow you a beard? I don't know.
All right. Wheezy said the social aspect is TF2's by far the first, the number one most underrated part of the game. I am in my opinion.
Absolutely.
No other FPS like it. For that.
People use, well, they used to anyway, use casual like it's just like. I've never played VR chat, but I assume this is what it's like. It's just a bunch of people chatting together. Yeah, people use TF2
you
like
sweet summer child.
No, I've never stooped that low. There's a lot of lows I haven't stooped to. I don't interact with anime. I had my anime phase when I was like 14, but unfortunately I only just watched like the worst possible shows ever. I watched this one called Fairy Tail. It was awful. I watched Seven Deadly Sins. I think actually they were made by the same studio, which is why they were bad. But yeah, I've never interacted with VR chat. So
you need to start playing Balatro at least, you know.
No, I'm
not. Some of that worsening grind going on.
No, I'm not going near Balatro. I'm gonna start shrinking. I will become a 5'2" Balatro male if I go near Balatro, and I don't want that. This is
Wing
a
shrimp
risky
mode
sentry
the
spot.
very moment you turn on Balatro.
Yeah.
Or as a friend of mine likes to call it, balalalo for
Balalala.
some reason.
That's good. All I know is that the Game Awards like Balatro.
Seems like crack. I really like it.
Do you watch the Switch 2 Direct the other day? Do you want to rant about the prices of things?
I mean, it's
down.
not that bad. You could get a Steam Deck for that price, but you know we don't talk about it.
Yeah, I guess you could get a Steam Deck for that price. You could also get, a deposit on a car. Probably. I don't know how much cars are.
In this economy, not anymore, sir.
Yeah, I think that's just me being a sweet summer child.
Yeah. It's well, still, it's a leisure device essentially.
Yeah,
And leisure is something that you gotta pay $50 for. So.
What do you mean you don't have $80 for Mario Kart free roaming?
Alright, because it's $80.
Yeah, well, the console is
That's
like.
funny.
Well, Weezy, I think you're. Am I right in believing you're Canadian? Is it like $700 for you or something like that? I've heard ludicrous things that I would be so shocked if are real. But yeah.
Easy. I just want to say that my former roommate was Canadian.
Oh,
Is Canadian.
that's
That's
great.
it. That's all. Yep, that's just a little bit of info. Oh.
Zovlaw. Yeah, $650 plus tax. Damn. Oh.
In Canadian dollars.
I don't know what the equivalent of British, sterling would be to that, but
$650 Canadian dollars. $650 Canadian dollars is like 450 USD.
yeah, I think
it's essentially the same price.
I think it's somewhere around there for us. I mean, an $80 game for us would be about £66, but that's 80 American dollars. So, yeah, it's times are changing. Oh, well, we have to remember that when the 3DS came out, there was a huge boycott by parents over the price, and Nintendo did eventually back down, and they did lower the price of the 3DS. But whether they'll do that again this time is yet to be seen.
Oh my child, destroy them all.
Oh, that's you. I didn't know that was you Ubering me. I'm gonna get random crit. Watch this. Watch this. Okay, never mind. I'm dead.
I will buy one if they remove the second hitbox blob on Mewtwo's tail in Smash 6, and I'm dead serious, yeah. I'm so disappointed that there was no Smash reveal. Right,
There was
what?
What? There was a fake out.
We're getting, yeah, with Kirby's Island.
Yeah.
We're getting Tomodachi Island.
Gotta be honest, don't care. I do not care for Tomodachi Island. It insists upon itself.
Why?
It insists upon itself. That's why.
It is great. Okay, it insists upon itself is a thing someone said a long while ago and nobody knows what it means.
Oh, actually,
So,
we do have a meaning for that. I can tell you that. It's a Family Guy quote.
I'm not gonna listen. I will not accept the facts. I will remain dissociated from reality. Tomodachi Island coming to Switch 2. You have to buy the Switch 2. That's it. I'm not gonna buy it, but you should. And Tetris 99. That is a peak game.
Oh wait, I forgot. I have a Byleth contingent subject. I'll use that. It insists upon itself. There's a Seth MacFarlane quote from Family Guy. It was apparently something his music teacher used to say to him about the film Sound of Music. That's where it comes from, which I think is funny. There we go.
Dumbass quote.
Got my Byleth.
Doesn't fucking mean anything at all.
It doesn't mean anything.
Right.
It's so funny. Oh.
So heavy. Wait, actually, no, fuck it. Wait, reload and go on.
Okay, wait. We stickies.
And I'm dead.
No. Okay, never mind. They are better. Wait, can you go crits as well? Can we fight crits with crits? Can I get more than 6 kills in a single game?
Probably not mention this, but since we're talking about objectors, oh my god, would people be disappointed to see what I have on my objectors? I'm never gonna show it. I'm never gonna tell you, but I'm gonna just say like it's bad. Right?
I don't know what it is.
My spray.
I don't like to have outright not safe for work content on any of my sprays or objectives.
It's not porn. Yeah. No, it's just mildly disappointing is all I'm gonna say.
It's mildly disappointing.
Yeah, I think that's the best way to put it. Just
that's
like
so
mildly infuriating.
Is it something your dad would sigh if he saw? Is it like the...
Oh god, yeah.
Oh, son. Not you too.
Oh, yeah. Oh my god, the amount of times I have heard that in my life. Oh. My poor ass, my poor father.
Wish, if you ever want to play Smash at some point, let me know. I'm better... No, I'm not better than I sound, never mind. Because I mostly just play Smash with Abel and Squiddy G. That's youtube.com/@SquiddyG, by the way. For his one personality trait is plugging his channel.
I mean, it's a good one. I mean, hey, he has 1,300. Nice.
Yeah, he's getting there.
Uber taunt.
I don't really know what's going on anymore. We're just taunting. Whee!
I'm going to die.
But yeah, I mostly play with him and Abel. Abel is 10 times better at Smash than I. And like, it's infuriating how good he is. Because he only plays Cloud and Sephiroth. He's so good. And then Squiddy I can actually beat. The majority of the games I play against Squiddy I win. But I went 17-1 against Abel. I won one game and he won 17 the other day. And it was... You know, we play 3 stocks, no items, all that kind of stuff, but just damn, he's so good at the game. Oh no, he actually
main spotted, opinion ignored.
Oh, he actually threw a switch up the window. Oh yeah, definitely. I think Smash is going to get a Switch 2 deluxe version. I think that's inevitable. I think that'll come long before a Smash 6. But I'm trying to think, if they were to make a deluxe version, what on earth they could add? Because the deluxe versions have not only improved frame rate, but also like actual new content. And the only thing I could think is either more spirits or another fighter pass. And I don't know if Sakurai would want to do another fighter pass.
Honestly, I'm just hoping they're gonna release or at least make like a Nintendo Direct about Smash 6 before the Switch 2 releases.
Subspace 2
around
plus
the time,
Vandanity, yeah. I think more if we were to get a Smash 6 Deluxe, which I'm putting out there, I think is definitely going to happen. I think story mode content is most likely. I think that's more likely than anything else. Is there? I know you mentioned Beastars earlier, which is a shame. But
hey, come on.
You know, oh son, no. Is there anything apart from that you'd? Are there like any game characters you'd like really? Who would be your most requested if there were a Smash 6? Like game character wise.
Let me think about it, actually. This will sound very stupid, because it's a stupid game for stupid people. But, I would love if they... It's a meme, essentially, but I would love if they, like, managed to get in, Tetris piece.
A Tetris piece. Well, we've got spirits for them. I think... An actual piece is very unlikely, but I like the idea of it.
No, it would just be funny to have like an L piece, right? And it doing, I don't know, some sort of radial movements and I don't know, maybe it's like side smashers or something to have other pieces as a part. It would just be lovely because it just seems like the right game to have that in. I mean, they added Steve, for Christ's sake.
I'm still I'm going to be honest with you. I think a Tetris stage is a lot more likely, and I'm also going to be honest with you. I'm surprised there isn't one. Like, out of everything in Smash, a Tetris stage sounds like it would be the most likely to, you know, have Tetris content. But no such.
The games, the games that I play are so niche that I just don't play normal games. I'm not a normal person, I guess. Oh, son, sigh.
Oh, son, why can't you play Balatro like a good man?
Right. I don't know. It just would be nice to see something a little crazy, you know.
Yeah. Well,
if not that, then
yeah.
Then what else?
I've started to make the occasional Smash video. I've got more planned. But definitely, I'd like to do like if a Smash 6 were to happen, let's analyze roster patterns to see who's most likely to be added. And I've done my research. Every Smash game has had, for example, a new Pokemon in the base roster. A new Pokemon, a new Fire Emblem rep, a new Legacy rep, and some sort of joke character. So I think definitely. So if there's any character I'd really want, Jin Kazama, who is Kazuya Mishima's son. I think he's
right.
I think his odds are fairly good. I quite like my Tekken. Well, and that's a random level 3. I think
Oh, you know what? Oh yeah, keep on going. I got a few picks now.
Don't lose them. But yeah, so I quite like my I like my Tekken. And in Tekken 8, which it outsold 3 houses in 2 weeks. It sold 2.3 million copies in 2 weeks, I think. It took 3 houses 6 months to sell that. But yeah, in Tekken 8, Kazuya dies, and then Jin is a war criminal, but he goes on a big redemption arc. So I think out of every character I currently like, he's probably the most likely, and I think the last thing we need is another Kazuya Mishima. But it's okay because Jin uses a different fighting style. He doesn't have Electric Wing Gold Fist. I don't think. So yeah, long story short, I would like Jin Kazama. That is my pretty much my only pick. I'm fine with whoever.
As long as you get more variety, essentially, that's great.
Yeah. Your picks. You had some you'd like to share with the class.
So number one, right? The number one that I would love to see would be Kiryu Kazuma from the Yakuza series.
Okay.
It would be great to see if, especially from Yakuza 0, fighting styles, the free fighting styles that Kiryu has. It would just be nice to see if it could be interpreted into Smash in any way. It would be very silly to see Kiryu, I don't know, battling Sonic or something like that, but he could be a good fighter, that's for sure.
Yakuza is one of those series I've just missed. I don't know anything about it.
Shouldn't have, all I'm gonna say.
Have I missed peak? Is that what you're telling me?
It is absolute peak. It is just incredible. It is great, genuinely. Heavy TF2.
It's not gonna happen.
I know. I know. Please.
Yeah, no. I'm
a meme pick, but please.
I'm beyond. Well, obviously they'd either had Soldier. I think they probably had Soldier or Scout, and it's not going to happen. And I think that's a good thing. Like I don't want Master Chief to be added because Master Chief in his own home game is known for shooting, and he would be a zoner, and he would be incredibly unfun to fight against. So let's learn from Min people. Who knew a zoner in her own home game would be a zoner in Smash and would be unfun to fight against? Who could have predicted this?
Also true.
So you had a few other picks. I interrupted.
And our man Waluigi, right? I don't know if you remember all the memes about Waluigi getting added, but it would be great to see him Smash finally.
I'm very on the fence. if it came to Waluigi versus literally anyone else, I think he should be added, but I don't want him prioritized over, like, for example, other well-requested characters.
Gino, for example.
I do not care for Gino. People want Gino in Smash because their favorite YouTuber wants Gino in Smash. That is the reason why people want him.
Hey, it was the same case with Sora, I guess.
Well, yeah, I guess so. At least people have played Kingdom Hearts, though, compared to the original Mario RPG, which only, 30-year-olds have played. If I were to...
Like me.
If I were to try and guess, like, an actual character I think they'd add, I think Spyro has good chances. I'm not saying I'd want that, but I think Activision as a company, I know they're obviously not great, but I think, they did a lot for early platformers with Skylanders, the Spyro games, and things like that. I would like to see more Western representatives overall, but I think that's just me being Western. We're well, we've only got Banjo and Steve, both owned by Microsoft. So
it would be extremely funny because I saw some edits of it. Since you spoke about being Western and all, there's this game called How the Kangaroo, which is a Polish game. Kind of like a Crash Bandicoot game. And I saw some edits of people just like adding How the Kangaroo into Smash. And honestly, it would be kind of funny. It's just this like small silly kangaroo that has boxing gloves. I don't know how would they interpret him outside of him being a better Little Mac.
I just like everyone to be, not Little Mac. I remind people at this point in time, the Smash team, they said they wanted to Mac to... Oh, I was literally bottom scoring. That's awful.
Bottom feeders, let's go.
They said they wanted Little Mac to be a ground-based fighter because he's ground-based in his home series, and that is bollocks. Because in Animal Crossing, you can't jump, yet I think Villager had the best recovery in Smash 4. Like, Byleth, for example, in his home game, cannot jump, yet he has a fantastic recovery and, air moveset. I think this idea of Little Mac being a boxer, needs to... I'd like to see him reworked. Hello.
So eventually.
Hello, Pizza Hut without the pizza. Thank you for joining us.
Aw, it's just the hut.
So it's about 10 o'clock now. I'm willing to go till the end of this game, or the end of this round even.
Colin?
And then I will, and then it's probably time for me to call it in.
Colin takes over the stream.
You need to get back to streaming. I like seeing them. When was
me?
Yeah, when was your last stream?
About a week ago, I think.
Okay.
After a 3-month break.
Oh, and I'm muting that guy.
Maybe you're right. It's yeah, I've been kind of away from content creation. It's been tough, gamers, it is what it is.
Yeah, I've been applying for jobs. I was saying to Zob earlier. Hello everyone in chat. More people joining. I was saying to Zob earlier before this again. I recently had an interview to be a salesman for this company, which I won't name. They sell. I think they're like a sales advertising agency. That's what they are.
Guys, it's the sales company. Just saying. Don't tell Lon.
I've made it through to the final round of people, which is good. I will share this with everyone though. I can talk about this now. I couldn't talk about it at the time. I made it through to the final 5 people to be a script writer for Pyrocynical's channel. This is...
What the... Oh.
So, I don't watch Pyrocynical.
Oh, hell no.
However, Mr. Nerdy Nerdist, one of our great mutual friends, he messaged me one day and said, "Hi, I know you're looking for online work. Pyrocynical is looking for script writers. why don't you apply? And I said, okay, sure, I'll apply. Like 200 or so people applied. And then I just got a message from his manager 2 weeks later saying, hi, you made it through to the final 5. We want you to write a script about a video for Invincible. And I wrote a script, and it was a good script, actually. But I did not make it through, which is a shame. But, like, there is a timeline where Mr. Quador over here is currently working for Pyrocynical and is writing videos about, you know, the evolution of furry inflation art. Or whatever he does.
I think in that universe I'd have to cut ties with you.
I think I'd have to cut ties with myself.
Okie dokie club, anyone?
Yeah.
Little. God damn it. Yeah, I can't say it.
Literally.
No, it's literally literature.
Literature? Literacy?
Wait.
Literature?
Literature.
L'étranger? The TF2 weapon?
Yes, the literature club. Oh, God.
Oh, yeah, like Doki Doki Literature Club. Yeah, I understand now.
Oh Lord.
I haven't hit.
That was a stroke and a half.
I haven't hit any crazy huntsmans yet.
Oh, that's a good idea. Let me change.
Yeah, so I could become a salesman soon. That would be fun. I'm not counting my chickens before they've hatched. But I was the only one who turned up to the interview in a button-up shirt, which is in my favor.
Oh yeah.
I think everyone else was wearing t-shirts. You know, I like to dress very, very well. But I thought that would just be, you know, part of the course for an interview. You wear a button-up shirt, you put on a vest or a waistcoat, if you're like me.
And Drip Cador is on.
I don't mind sending you a picture of my the fit, as the wife calls it, because she.
I'm gonna try my best to describe it to you. Okay?
Yeah. Okay, describe it to
people?
everyone, but only use TF2 terms. There you go. So I'm sending it.
Send it.
Give it a second. There we are. Okay, yeah. Describe it to everyone only using TF2 terms.
All right, I think I got it already. Babyface black.
Oh, I don't like what that implies.
You know what? Ooh, you know what? Mad milk. Yeah. What else? Just I don't know. I've run out of the funny. I hope that was funny enough.
We as a society need to renormalize dressing up nicely.
That's
I agree. Like I wear a tie when I go shopping. You know, it's a nice thing to do. It's overkill.
I'm so sorry to tell you this, but you're like the vest is very nice. However, the shirt looks like one of those notebooks you have for maths.
It does at the.
It's exactly like the paper.
Yeah. It's. I'll put the image in my Discord, so it's not something we need to put on stream. But yeah. I look like a maths paper. I'll take a compliment there. Actually, I will. Well, okay. I'm not doing very well this game. Oh, you're doing better than I. Well done. Someone asked what other shooters I play. The only other shooter I'm currently playing is Marvel Rivals. I'm sorry if that is a huge turn-off to all of you, but it's a damn good game. It's the best Chinese spyware I've ever played, okay?
And subscribe.
Yeah, no, it's like good Chinese spyware is great.
Yeah.
Love Chinese spyware. You have no idea.
Well, people enjoy Genshin Impact for a reason, right?
Well, we don't talk to
Zenless Zone Zero.
Yeah, I'm a recovering. You know, I'm 3 years Genshin Impact sober, if that makes any sense.
Oh, so, really?
Yeah.
Well, congratulations.
But the game fell off, and so did my interest for it. But I never spent any money on it really. I spent about maybe 40 quid over the course of 3 years, just because it's so easy to get the premium currencies, but people just would rather buy them than earn them. but you're a spy. Chopper Wednesday, go. There we go. Got it.
I don't think we're gonna win this one. Okay.
Yeah, nice work, Zob. I've got 1 huntsman kill. I need to start contributing to the team.
I need to remember to send you the drip I wore for some of the interviews I've had as of recent.
I think you sent me 1 drip once.
Possible, but either way, I'll send it again because I'm a megalomaniac. That's it.
Yeah, I'm going to play medic because I'd actually like to contribute to the team rather than just going 1 and 6.
The man who played offensive classes for the past hour and a half.
Yeah. Well, pretty much. And there's a vaccinator medic over there as well.
I like contributing to society, says a Genshin player who just spent $300 on the premium currency.
I have not spent $300 on Genshin.
Oh, okay.
No, like, it's genuinely, it's so easy to get the premium currency, but people would just rather buy it. It's so easy to get it. Get these little thingies. But the game has just fallen off. What killed it for me, funny enough, was the music. The music was incredible. It was made by a man called Yu Peng Cheng. And he left. I'm not too sure why, but he did. And they replaced him with this other woman who is just not him. And it sounds horrible, but she's not that guy. Her music is not anywhere near as good as his.
That's understandable.
It's still good music, but it's like comparing a star to a campfire. You know, it's. I feel bad for her. She had some enormous shoes to fill, and she did not fill them.
Well, it's better. Hey, it's better to try than
Yeah.
Not at all.
I was gonna say that guy looked suspiciously like me, and then he was a spy.
The whole idea of spending so much money on currency in those gacha games is something I've always been just baffled by, especially when a friend of mine spent about $120, which was about 1/5 of his salary.
Damn.
On some I don't exactly remember what game was it. And I was like, okay, that just happens sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay, let the man have some fun. And then it spiraled into him spending a lot of money on Roblox, on Roblox.
Of all the games to spend money on Roblox.
Everybody picks their poison, right?
I guess so. Oh, that's the entire enemy team. I'm gonna backpedal like my life depends.
Back the fuck up! Don't worry, a Huntsman player has come to the rescue.
Woo.
I just, actually, I should probably not say this because this will sound very bad.
Alright,
I'll
then.
just say that there was a player named Crimea.
Ah, I see.
Oopsies.
Well, this sniper keeps dying. He loves dying, which is a bit of a shame actually, because living is kind of cool. Medic, back up.
I
Yeah,
saw opposed to that.
Oh, bugger.
Let me karate a lot of people.
Anyway, if this is the final 38 seconds of the stream, I highly doubt we are, pushing past this point. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining us and talking about this movement. We will. I know I made a lot of fixed TF2 videos. We have 4 medics. I most definitely made too many. A lot of the information I shared could have been condensed into longer videos. I made so many just because, well, it's as we were talking about earlier. I wanted to make a difference, and whether I did or not is up for debate. I probably made some difference. But no, I won't be. And we capped. Wow, I'll eat my words.
I'll tell you this, definitely on, you did more than most people did, and, props to you for that. Genuinely.
I appreciate the sentiment, thank you. But, yeah, and it was really just because I I've really, God, I wanted to help. It was a nice feeling wanting to help and being in a position where I could do something. I liked that. And well, I mean, that's how I met like most of my you know, TF2 YouTube friends, like Squiddy G, for example. I met him from his fixed TF2 video.
That's youtube.com/@SquiddyG.
Yeah, youtube.com/@SquiddyG. Nice guy. He drew Wheezy Banana, which is you know, that's great. You remember when God, that video. So for those who are in chat who are actually interested, the second playthrough we did of Jackbox, I only uploaded half the footage. I had to cut down 3 hours of footage into like 15 minutes. So I only ended up uploading half of it. There's still like another half that's been on my drive for almost 2 months now that I just haven't done anything with yet. Why did he crit me? That crits me.
I just got credit.
Yeah.
There was a lot in that recording. There was a lot.
There was a lot. We're not releasing the MPreg Director's Cut soon.
Ah, that's too bad. How do I put it? I kind of feel bad that I kind of feel bad how everyone glazed over my drawings, even though they were just shitty sketches.
No, they were great. I'm just so sad.
I feel very appreciated.
I was so sad I had to cut out Candyman because I liked Candyman, but I felt it was good to cut him for time. And he was so happy. He was offering me a candy.
Everyone did, you know, a lot. They did great, actually.
We've started getting more heavies and more medics, and we've started to win.
I guess the stream's never ending.
Yeah.
The never-ending story. They reflected my arrow. I'm in awe of what I have just witnessed.
The other week I reflected a Huntsman arrow into a headshot. That was the best feeling I've ever had in TF2. I felt like a god. And that
but when it happens, oh god.
Yeah.
Oh, spy.
They've got a lot of spies and we've got a lot of medics. It's a bad combination.
Well, we've got a lot of heavies too, so...
Yeah. Alright, this is my heavy. Other medic, get your own. This one's mine. Oh, never mind. Mine is dead. I'm taking yours.
Here. Oh, never mind. I got a headshot. They also have a teleporter.
Oh, that's good.
Just here. There we go.
Yeah, the next one we'd do... instead of doing another Jackbox video, we're going to record a Gartic phone one, and then I will upload the other half of the Jackbox footage. Because I'd like to do Gartic phone first and, you know, switch it up a little.
So much fun doing these videos, to be honest.
Sorry?
It's so much fun doing these videos.
Oh, it's great. They're a mixed bag to edit, because not only am I laughing absolutely the whole time whilst editing, it's also difficult because I have to audio balance 6 people. You know, I'm on my own tab, that's fine, but everyone in Discord is on the same audio tab, which is they're difficult, but I think that's probably my own fault.
Maybe we could get people to us to record audio on separate channels, right?
I never thought of that. That really could happen. I think there's also some sort of Discord OBS plugin you can get that separates people.
Oh yeah, that would be great. And
yeah.
You know, like splitting from the main audio and stuff.
All right then. Well, that round's over, so I think I'm willing to wrap it up there because it's 10:30 p.m. I have to function in the morning, so it's best I sleep at some point.
No. Actually, no. This is gonna turn into a 7-day marathon.
Oh yeah.
Right?
We're doing a subathon right now, guys. You know.
Oh yeah, that's youtube.com/@SquiddyG. Please, the more 1 subscription equals 1 week pocket.
Yeah.
Bowling.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you very much, everyone, for joining us. We Because yeah, I did want to make a video today as well about the movement, but I felt it. One, I didn't have enough time because of my interview, and two, I felt it best to discuss these things live and with someone, you know, who was also part of Fixed TF2 and has had at least some relevant experience. Plus, this is more fun. You know, this is more streaming.
True.
Streaming with you is more fun than making a video.
Thank you, bestie. I agree.
Yeah, no worries, mate. All right then. Well, thank you very much, everyone, for joining us, and we will see you later on. Bye bye.
Best of luck, everybody. Bye bye.
Best of luck. Bye bye. There we go. Cutting there. Wonderful.